guys, welcome back, and today's video is going to be a review on the new, well, not technically like 100% new, but the Urban Decay Naked Foundation and also the Beauty Balm. I was going to split them up into two different reviews, but I was just like, you know what, I use them together anyway, so I feel like I should just put them together. So let's first start off with the Beauty Balm. Okay, so this is the Naked Skin Beauty Balm. The packaging, I like it. It's really convenient. It's squeezy too, which is really easy, especially since when you run out of product, it's easier to squeeze out. However, if you tend to like store things like upside down or like even in a slant, if you do that, the product comes out and it becomes like really yucky inside the cap. So I feel like that was like a really big con, yeah. I feel like that was a really big con simply because if, like I said, if you mainly store your products upside down, then it's going to fall out and you're going to have a disgusting cap, and on top of that, you're basically just wasting a lot of product because you're going to have to clean all of that off anyway. So the Beauty Balm has an SPF 20, it claims to have DNA repair, it's optical blurring, I don't know what that is, but once I find out, I'll put it on my blog or something like that. And it's oil free, which is great for all of my oily sisters out there because I know what it's like to be oily. I am dry and oily, but when I wear products that have like extreme oil, my oils like tend to act up with it. Overall coverage with it by itself, it's really sheer. It doesn't feel like you have anything on. However, the lasting power on it by itself is not that great. If you just wore it by itself, I give it like maybe 4 hours the most, and then I feel like it just starts fading, it starts blotching, it doesn't look right, and it's just overall weird. I do set it with a powder on days that I'm like in a rush. It's nice and convenient, especially when you are in a rush. You can just put some on your face and you set it with a powder, a pressed powder, or a translucent powder for that matter, like if that's something that you prefer, a translucent powder. But I definitely would suggest to use a setting powder. However, even with a setting powder, I feel like I still get oily throughout the day. It says, like I told you earlier, it says that it's oil free. However, I do feel like I still grease up and I need to blot my nose every now and then. Overall, the coverage is really sheer. So for yous that are looking for something that's more full coverage and something that's a little heavier and that will cover more, this isn't the product for you. However, for those of you who are like have amazing skin, I feel like this would definitely work for you. And like I said, all you would have to do is set it with a powder. Okay, so on to the next product, and I'm going to be talking about my Naked Skin Foundation, and this is what it looks like, guys. If you look really closely, like mine is just all beat up. So that's what we're going to first start off at. The packaging is really nice. However, I feel like, to me, it's cheaply made. Guys, like seriously, like my bottle is like destroyed. My cap is like cracked up. Whoops. My cap is like cracked up. This thing fell like once. I feel like once or twice. Maybe twice. Probably twice. And once it fell, it like absolutely just like exploded. Like I don't know what the hell's wrong with it. Like the pump is just trashed. Like it makes me sad. Like it wiggles back and forth. Like it won't come out, but as you can see there, like there was foundation like coming out of the top. And on top of that, I think whatever container's inside in the middle of this plastic container, that must have busted because the foundation was leaking out like on the sides. And when you look closely, you see how there's foundation in the middle and then there's foundation outside. Like, I don't know what that was about. But, yeah. Don't ever drop your foundation if you decide to get this. Anyway, coverage-wise, it is a really sheer foundation. It is buildable. I don't think that it gives you full coverage whatsoever. Like I said, you are able to build it up, but you will not get full coverage from this foundation at all. It's more of a sheer to maybe medium. And for those of you who have troublesome skin, acne prone skin, you know, those of you that have like extreme like acne problems and things like that, I do not suggest this foundation for you at all, especially like just because of coverage wise. For those of you who just want something light that evens out your skin tone, this would be definitely a nice alternative, but like overall just the coverage is not great for those of you who have acne. I have used it by itself and the lasting power is like a good 4 to 6 hours. With the setting powder I feel like it's a lot better, and with the primer it lasts a lot longer as well. I'll say like 6 to 8 hours depending how oily you are. I do pair it up together with the Beauty Balm because for some of you that may or may not know, Beauty Balms, you are able to use them as primers as well. So what I like to do is use this as a primer. I do a thin layer, and I'll most likely just do a demo, so you'll watch it through the demo, but I like to do this as the primer. I do a thin layer of this, and then I'll add a coat of this, and for a little bit of extra coverage, I'll do a second layer of this. I do set it with my powder, and I feel like that lasts a lot longer. However, if you do not set it with the powder, I found that it creased, especially around my smile lines, and wherever I have like little wrinkly, and wherever else I have like wrinkly areas. So like my smiles, I find that it creased up. So when I set it with my powder, I mostly just set it where I have lines and where it's going to settle. It is paraben free for some of you who are like really into that whole paraben thing, gluten free type of thing. It is paraben free. It is light diffusing and it has peptide, and it's peptide infused. I'm sorry. And peptide infused means peptides is going to help plump up the skin. It sends signals to the brain or something like that to produce more collagen, so it's going to help your face look younger, healthier, and more plump, especially for those who have like wrinkly skin or is losing like the elasticity in their skin. This is going to help with that, and I feel like it does do that. The whole light diffusing, basically what it does, it's that it reflects light without making you look extremely greasy. It's more of like a healthy glow rather than looking like a glitter bomb went off on your face. I do find when I wear this foundation though, a lot of people really like it. They're like, oh my gosh, your face looks so healthy, it looks so good, what are you wearing? And it's the Naked foundation, and I really think it's because of the whole light diffusing inside of the foundation. It does finish off in like a radiant finish, however it's not extremely dewy. It's not dewy, it's more of a radiance effect rather than the dewy glow look. You get me? And I feel like a radiance effect is much better rather than the whole dewy effect, because for those of my girls that are oily, the whole dewy thing you cannot do, and I know what that feels like because I can't do dewy, but I rather look radiant. You know what I mean? As for camera wise, I feel like, well, you guys are obviously seeing me, but I feel like it does look good on camera. It does pick up nicely. It doesn't look too, I don't feel like it looks anything different. However, though, I don't know if it's because my moisturizer and the BB cream has the SPF in it, because I do wear moisturizer with SPF. I feel like sometimes when I take pictures, I do have a white cast. So, I don't know. Like, I just feel like it looks a little lighter compared to my neck. However, when you see me in person, it's exactly the same. And I feel like sometimes, too, when I film, my face does look a little lighter rather than the rest of my body, but in person, it's like my perfect color. So for those of you who may like film videos or take a lot of pictures, I feel like maybe that's something you need to test out first. But besides that, I don't know. Maybe it's just because of my lighting. But yeah, I feel like sometimes it looks just a little lighter. Other than that, it's a perfect match. And yes, overall, I do love this foundation. Again, I do not suggest this foundation for more of like acne prone people or for people that have troublesome skin. Woo! So guys, clearly I do not have amazing skin. I feel like I do have pretty good skin overall. You can see I'm definitely a lot paler than like the rest of my body. I do have dark circles, and I do have some like blemishes here. I don't know why I have like these like reddish cheeks in a way. Kind of like bumps. Like the skin here is like extremely whiter than the rest of my face, and then it's red bumps on top. I have hyperpigmentation. I'm like darker in some areas, but I'm sure a lot of people are like that. Obviously, I have dark eyes. I try not to use too much lighting in here. I try to use just natural lighting, but without lifting up the shade to my window, simply because I don't want it to wash me out completely. But truly, honestly, guys, like I am really this like white. Anyways, so the first thing I like to do is just shake my Beauty Balm. And yeah, so that's what it looks like, guys. I'm sure I probably already talked about it, but whatever. Then I'm just going to take my e.l.f. powder brush, and this is the flat top kabuki, and then I just place a little bit right on top, like maybe a squirt's worth. A squirt's worth. And then I just stipple it like all over my face, like so. And just start buffing it in. I do usually like to put my foundation after my eye makeup. I find that it's better. And on top of that, I was going to like show you guys without like any eyebrows and without any eye makeup, but I looked it crazy. So the Beauty Balm does have like a creepy like makeup-y smell. However, it's nothing that's like intolerable to those of you who are very sensitive to smells, and maybe it might bother you just a little bit. But this is what my face looks like afterwards with just one coat. It doesn't necessarily warm me up. It evens out my skin tone just a little bit. However, I don't feel like it does an amazing job doing it. Okay guys, so now I'm going to go in with my Naked foundation, and you guys obviously know already what had happened to the bottle. I'm just going to squirt a pump here, and I have to be really careful because ever since it fell, it like goes crazy. So all I do is just take a little bit like that, one pump, and then just stipple it all over. The same steps that I do with the BB cream. And then I'm just going to buff it in. And I really like using my e.l.f. brush for these because since it is more of like a natural bristle type of brush, and the formulation of the Urban Decay is really liquidy, it's not soaking up deep into the brush. However, I definitely would not be using this brush for like something that's like really thick and heavy, like a thicker consistency, kind of like the Kat Von D foundations. So that's basically all that I do. Usually I'll just add some concealer and then set it with a powder, and then I'll be on my way and then do the rest of my makeup. However, yeah, that's basically it, guys. This is the coverage that it gives me. And I will definitely be posting pictures on my blog so you can see it better. Because I don't know if maybe the lighting's a little weird right now, but yeah. That's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.